Hey, party people. Coffee is extremely important to me, in the same way that personal item only travel, minimalism, durability, and aesthetics are important to me. And while it may seem a little bit frivolous because places you're traveling to likely have a local coffee shop or at minimum a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks to pick up your coffee, it's really nice to have the ability to make your own fresh, nice cup of coffee when you're on the road. Hence, my EDC Travel Coffee Kit. This coffee kit includes everything you'd need to transport your beans, have a cup to drink out of, have a way to boil water, have filtration, and have a way to make an excellent pour-over cup of coffee anywhere you go. And because it all fits into this little EDC bag, you could fit this into a personal item only backpack easily. You may have to sacrifice something else frivolous to make room for it, because if you're doing personal item only travel, there's not a ton of room to work with. So you just have to keep that in mind when you're building out your kit, when you're packing, to make sure you have room for this. I'm not going to take this on every trip, but if I'm going somewhere, it would be nice to know that I can make a cup of coffee in my hotel room or in my accommodation and know that it's a solid pour-over cup. Additionally, when I'm traveling, one thing I always prioritize is giving patronage to local coffee houses. So I don't want this to be a replacement for that. A lot of times I'll go in there, get a cup of coffee, buy some merch, buy some stickers, a hat, a t-shirt, something to remember them by, and to give patronage to local businesses that make really nice cups of coffee. However, that can get very expensive. It could be $5, $6, $7, up to $10 a cup sometimes, depending on how nice of a coffee house it is. So in order to save some money and also wake up to a nice cup of coffee, I've designed this EDC Travel Coffee Kit. And we can go over everything that's inside real quickly here, and then I'll go into the overhead view and we can take a closer look at all the items, and I'll also test them out and show you my method for making a great cup of coffee on the road. So let's get started. The bag itself, I just have this waxed canvas bag. It came in a set of 4, I think, and it's just a perfect size little tool bag that's also brown, and it fits into kind of that coffee theme. It has that nice vintage heritage look to it. It's from a company called Welkinland. I never heard of them before. I just found these on Amazon, and they're really good quality bags for the price point. It's got kind of this trapezoidal or triangular shape to it, so the bottom is a little bit wider than the top, which works well for this, and I can kind of fold it down to make it into a little tube shape to fit it easily into a personal item only backpack. Like I said, it's made from a nice waxed canvas cotton. You have a really nice little zipper here that actually has a key ring attached to it. So if you wanted to attach something here, it would be easy to do so. Really nicely functioning zippers. And then you have a nice high quality carabiner on the other end. If you wanted to clip this inside of a bag or clip something else to it, you have that option as well. As far as what's inside, how I carry the coffee beans themselves is in this little humangear stacks. I've reviewed the humangear stacks on my channel before, and it's a bunch of different size containers that you can screw the bottom to the top of the one beneath it and make kind of a large stack, and then it has a little handle at the top. So I just took one of those containers and one of the lids, and I filled it with 100 grams of coffee. And 100 grams of coffee, depending on the strength of your cup, could make anywhere from 3 to 7 cups of coffee. So that's enough for a week-long trip. I'm probably not going to make it every day, but I can at least get a cup when I need one. And it fits well. It's in this crush-proof plastic container. 100 grams of beans. They're really nice quality beans. And without pre-grinding them, they're not going to lose their flavor. They're not going to go rancid super fast. You can keep these beans for a long time in this container, and it's airtight. Then I just have this little mesh bag for some accessories. And inside there, I have the power cord for the travel water kettle I have to boil water. And then I just have it attached to the handle of the hand coffee grinder that we'll go over next. I also have a little Ziploc bag that's just filled with coffee filters to use for the pour over. I have my Miir Pourigami. That's the pour over device that I went over in my recent Miir video. I'm going to link that in the description below. It's 3 pieces of metal that fit together in a triangle, and it makes like a pour over device that you can put these filters in and then make coffee in it. And it has its own little carrying case, and it fits into this super slim profile, so it's very easy to travel with. Then I just have a titanium coffee cup. This is a camping coffee mug, so it's really nice because the handles kind of fold away, so it makes it really slim profile. Titanium is super lightweight and very durable and corrosion resistant, so it works really well as a little travel coffee mug. Or if you were in a survival situation, obviously you could use this to boil and purify water as well. And it's nice to just have a little reusable, lightweight coffee mug that fits easily into this kit. Then inside this travel kettle, I just have the other part of my portable manual coffee grinder. This has a glass bottom, that's why I store it in here. I don't want it to break when I'm on the road. So if it's in this metal container and it's closed in there, it's not gonna get broken. And then if I take off this Ranger band that's holding this all together, you can see the little handle here, fits perfectly on the top. And then you actually have settings on the top of this here to do a different grind level if you want coarser or finer coffee, whether you're doing a pour over, whether you're doing a French press, you have the option to do that. I like it pretty fine for my pour over, not super fine, but kind of that like sandy material. And then if you unscrew the lid here, that allows you to fill this with coffee beans. And then you just close the lid back up, put the handle on, set your grind level, and then you can easily crank this and it gives you a lot of leverage because it's a nice long handle and you can easily grind your coffee. Then as far as the electric kettle itself, I bought this Jettle. It's one of those branded travel kettles. This one's really popular. And basically it looks like a water bottle and the top goes on, you fill it with water, you plug it in. You're able to get hot water to brew tea or brew coffee really easily, or even hot chocolate. And the reason that I'm bringing this, and a lot of people would say, why don't you just use the coffee maker that's in the hotel room? I just don't know how often they clean those things. So I'm a very paranoid OCD person when it comes to cleanliness, and I don't want to risk it and use some dirty old coffee maker that may not have been cleaned for a decade and get sick or have awful tasting coffee that's bitter, it's never been descaled. It's just not worth it to me. I'd rather make room for something that's about the size of a water bottle and I can easily boil my own water and use it to make coffee. So that's everything that's in this little kit here. And it would be nice if I could find a little bit smaller of a bag that more tightly held everything together, but this works for now and it easily fits into a personal item backpack and I can show you that, how it fits into one. So now let's go into the overhead view and we can test all this gear out. So now let's get this whole setup. So I have the Miir Porigami here. It's 3 little metal pieces. They fit together. They have one large slot and one little tab, and those kind of fit together. So if you go like that, take this last one, do the same thing, hook it in there, and hook this together. See how it makes a nice little pour over device like that? And it rests really easily and really securely on top of your coffee mug. Then you can just take a paper filter and put it inside. And then off camera, the only thing I'm going to do is run some hot water through this to both warm the cup as well as remove that kind of papery taste from the paper filter itself. You want to do that when you're doing pour over coffee. And then I'm just going to fill up this Jettle with water and plug it in. So like I said, I ran some hot water through this filter to take out the paper taste and also warm up the mug a little bit. Now I can plug in the Jettle. I filled it with water. Just to make it easy, I'm going to hit boil, although it has several different temperature settings that you can adjust with this little button here. So I'm just doing boil. And while that's boiling, I'm going to go ahead and grind up the beans. So just filling it with some beans here. I'll pop the lid back on. I have it to the right grind setting. Then I can just grind it up. Oh yeah, that's satisfying. Get my workout for the day. Now it's all ground up. I can unscrew the bottom. And all of the grounds are contained nicely in there. Dump it into the little pour over device. Close this up. Just wait for the water to boil. And there we go. The water's come up to temperature. So I can take this lid off, just being careful of the steam. I'll unplug it. Then when I'm doing a pour over, I start with a small pour and then I let it wait for 30 seconds to get some of those gases out and take the bitterness out of the coffee and let it kind of filter a little bit. So let's do that. Then I do 10-second increments. Wait another 10 seconds. And then finish it off. And let it drain completely. And now that it's fully drained, we can put it to the side just in case any more comes out. Put it over this little jar here. And we can try our delicious, freshly brewed road cup of coffee. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Not bitter at all. Great flavor. Really nice cup of coffee. And it's so nice knowing that you can do this when you're traveling personal item only or when you're on the road. Or even if you just wanted to bring it to the office and instead of using that dusty old Keurig, you could just make a really nice cup of coffee on the go. So now let's get this all cleaned up and I can show you how it fits into a personal item to give you a real world example of how you could pack this. Now I have this all packed away and I can show you how I can fit this into a personal item with my regular travel gear. This is one of my favorite personal item only backpacks. This is the Pioneer Panda Pack. I've got my Peak Design packing cube, a DOP kit, and a tech kit, just as an example loadout for the interior compartment. Then I can fit in this coffee kit. And it is a little bit bulky, like I said, so you do have to plan around it if you're going to pack it. I would not bring it on every trip, but if I really wanted some good coffee on the road, it would be worth the space that it takes up. Zipped it up nicely. It fits in. It's not super distended or not fitting. It fits in there perfectly with all my regular travel gear. So I think it's a great solution if you want to make a great cup of pour over coffee on the road while traveling and you don't want to spend the money. You can easily make room for this in your personal item only travel setup. So there you have it. My patent pending, amazing, incredible EDC coffee travel kit. This allows you to make pour over coffee anywhere you go, whether you're going to the office, going on a road trip, or doing personal item only travel. You have a way to fit a method of making great pour over coffee anywhere you go, saving you money into your bag. If you want to minimize this even more, you could take out the electric kettle and instead use one of those little immersion heaters. It's just like a plug with a little heating element that you put in water and it heats the water up and you're able to get it that way. But I kind of prefer the Jettle method and it's the size of a water bottle. So if this whole kit wouldn't fit into my bag, I could always just slide that itself into the water bottle pocket if my bag has an external water bottle pocket and I wouldn't have to worry about it taking up internal volume. You could also just buy beans when you get to your destination, or you could bring ground coffee if you don't care as much about flavor and leave the grinder out altogether. So there's definitely ways that you could make this even smaller if you have less space to work with, but this is a good base kit that has everything you need to make a great cup of coffee anywhere you go. What do you think of this coffee kit? Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of this video. If you have any other coffee gear that you suggest I use instead, something like an AeroPress or another kind of coffee making material, or if you have other gadgets that I haven't considered, please leave a comment below and I'll check them out and do another review. Please like, comment, and subscribe in general because it helps the channel out a lot. If you want to check out any of the gear that I've decided not to keep, check out my eBay link, make me an offer, and I'm likely to accept. Check out my merch link if you want to pick up notebooks, coffee mugs, cups, hats, hoodies, t-shirts, or a sling, anything I've designed myself, check it out. Thank you as always for watching. I love the dialogue we've had thus far, and I love all the conversations I've had with all of you. I go out of my way to respond to every comment within 24 hours. This channel would not be possible without you, so I really appreciate each and every one of you. And with all that being said, I will definitely see you in the next video. Take care.